Hi everyone, you're watching Habis TV. This is your favorite program in English on the Costa del Sol, and as usual, our guests are very special. Today, I'm welcoming, it's a pleasure for us to have Jill with us, Jill Leonard. Thank you for accepting our invitation today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Jill, you created a Facebook page which is all about fire watch, fire weather watch, and just caring about what's happening on the Costa del Sol here in Spain. But before we speak about the page, I would like you, Jill, to tell us about not your life, but how did you come here, when did you come to Spain, and why?
Well, I came to Spain actually 20 years ago. My husband retired. We decided that neither of us were born to be cold. So we thought the best place for some sunshine, winter and summer obviously, would be southern Spain. So we decided to settle here. We thought we would give it 2 years to see whether we liked it. 20 years later, we're still here.
Fantastic. And I believe you love it here.
We do, yes. We actually live inland now in Colleen, so that's nice and tranquil. We don't get the tourists, obviously, but at least we're only a short distance away from the beach if we want to.
We're just next to the beach because today we're live from Granados, Andalusia, Spain. And so now about your page on Facebook. What was the idea? When did you start it, and why as well?
Okay, well, basically, we all remember the big fire of 2012. Unfortunately, it will live in my memory for a very, very long time. It got too close to comfort. The one thing I found over the 2 very busy nights that the fire was going on was the fact that I had at one point about 10 or 12 Facebook pages, all different. Somebody saying this, somebody saying that, somebody saying the other. And when it was all over, I sat and thought about it, and being a bit OCD for organisational things, I thought, hang on, there must be an easier way to do this. So I decided that I would set up one page and see how it went, see how many members we could get, see what the response was in general over Facebook, and it just went completely mad, basically. We then had a problem in so much as the fire season finished the end of October, November time, and I was sat there doing nothing. This can't be right. There must be something else that I can add that would give benefit to the community as well as just fire watch. And that, it was like an inspiration. We decided that we would then cover adverse weather, not general, yes, it's going to be sunny or anything like that. It was just basically adverse weather. Within a couple of days, there was a really, really bad flooding event inland, not too far from Wingarton, where unfortunately a lady lost her life. And as a result, it became the local fire and weather watch. We now have 9 groups. We cover from the border with Portugal, right the way along the coast to the border with France, the Balearics and the Canaries.
And now you have on Facebook almost 10,000 members, right? And mainly English speaking.
Well, in actual fact, it's so diverse now. We have English speakers, Spanish speakers, Dutch, German, Scandinavian, Russian. I think that's about all.
And a few others.
Multilingual.
And that's why this is the Costa del Sol with a lot of tourists and a lot of residents from other countries. And that's why Strangers in this Land as well has got a partner that can help all the people coming from overseas, from England or wherever, to give them advices to stay here, like you do, and like I do, in the Costa del Sol. This is our partner, Grabar Consulting.
Hacienda, todos los años la misma locura, y no sé cómo arreglar los papeles.
Igual que nosotros, ¿eh? Tranquilo, que en esta semana tienes el divorcio.
Que ha cambiado la ley y ahora lo de la herencia es un verdadero calvario.
Perdone señora, se le ha caído su tarjeta.
Muchas gracias, cariño.
Los problemas, nosotros la solución.
So Jill, we're back here on Strangers in the Sun. So you got that big page, I can say big page, because more than 10,000 plus on other sites on internet. First of all, what's your staff? The people that work with you, because I checked yesterday on your site.
Right.
You answer to every single person that will SMS you or even leave a message on the
That's
page. So you must spend 26 hours a day on your internet, because it's
It
huge.
does feel like it sometimes, but I have to say that I work primarily with 7 others, and what we try and do is be on the Facebook site between 10 in the morning. Actually, there is somebody who goes on it a lot earlier than that, but sort of officially it's about 10 o'clock in the morning until just after 11 at night, because when the National Meteorological Office updates their alerts for weather problems, it's just after 11. So that's usually me. I stay up till just on 11 to update any alerts that we have for a rising temperature or the possibility of storms, because obviously storms can cause fires. And anything that we think is important that we can put on after 11. The rest of the time, thankfully, we've got an incredible team behind the scenes now, and we work it between us. And unless there is a big event, which unfortunately, as we know, there was in Alcades last week, there's 2 on at a time, so we can get a little bit of time off. But it has been only recently that there's been 7 of us. Prior to that, there was 2 of us, and then 3 of us, and 4 of us, and it just got to the stage where it was crazy. None of us were getting any sleep, especially in fire season. So we're just thankful for now, the team that we've got. But we're always up for volunteers. If you want to volunteer sometime, please send me a PM on Facebook. I'll teach you what to do.
Our viewers will listen to your call, because your Facebook page is going to be written on the screen on Strangers in the Sun. And you're linked obviously with people here, but you're linked with the weather forecast people, you're linked with as well the firemen, and
yeah, the main source of information, of official information for us, is always Twitter, because the emergency services, thank goodness, have come into the 21st century and decided it's a good idea to tweet about adverse conditions and obviously fire. So as soon as the fire breaks out, we find out about it. If it's in one of the areas that we cover, we post the tweet. But I have to say, we've got to be pretty damn quick, because the members are amazing. They just post information and then we react to it.
so being quick is the most important. Your last advice to avoid fires?
The last advice to avoid fires is, without people, it's very rare that fires exist. You're responsible for setting fire to a lot of the countryside in Spain. Please, please, please be very, very careful. Stop throwing your cigarettes out of the car windows. Stop setting up Chinese lanterns. Please don't start a fire in a forest area. And think about where you're having a barbecue. And if you're not sure, go to your local town hall and ask what the local rules are. Because if you get caught having a fire where you shouldn't have, boy, you're going to get fined.
Thank you very much, Jill.
You're welcome.
Your Facebook page is
Local Fire and Weather Watch.
Fire and Weather Watch.
That's
so
right.
go on Facebook, you can subscribe, you can become a member and help. Thanks very much, Jill.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having you. It's a pleasure for us. For us, it's all about keep cool, be nice, don't blow cigarettes, and watch out. Bye-bye from Strangers in the Sun. See you soon.
Bye-bye.